November 1952, Mexico. Karl Kling is leading the Carrera Panamericana in a Mercedes race car when a vulture smashes through his windshield at 160 miles an hour, glass and feathers in his face. He keeps driving. He wins. That race convinced a man in New York that America would buy a road version. 18 months later, the first true supercar was born. Picture the International Motorsports Show, New York, February 6, 1954. Daimler-Benz unveils a new model outside of Europe for the first time in its history. The reason it is there at all is Max Hoffmann, the Austrian-born importer who placed a binding order for 1,000 cars before the design was finalized. Without that order, the program never gets greenlit. Mercedes builds the car because Max Hoffmann bought them in advance. The chief engineer is Rudolf Uhlenhaut. He designed a tubular space frame from aircraft technology, weighing 82 kilograms, but rigid as a bank vault. The catch, the upper chassis tubes run high along the sides of the cabin, level with your elbow. Conventional doors cannot fit, so Uhlenhaut hinges them at the roof and swings them up. Gullwing doors are not styling. They are an engineering necessity wearing a tuxedo. Under the long hood sits the M198 Inline 6, 3 liters, the first production car in history with mechanical direct fuel injection. 240 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 7 seconds flat. Top speed, 163 miles an hour. The fastest production car in the world in 1954. Faster than any Ferrari, faster than any Jaguar, faster than the wind itself by the standards of the day. The price is $7,500, 3 times a Cadillac Eldorado. Clark Gable buys the first one. Pablo Picasso buys one. Sophia Loren is photographed driving hers in the Rally del Cinema. Ralph Lauren still has his. Jay Leno owns 3. Hollywood decides the rules of prestige, and they all wear the star. Then, May 1957, Mercedes pulls the plug. The cabin is unbearably hot with the doors closed. The car loses money on every unit. Hand-rolled bodies, fuel injection that needs an aerospace mechanic. A roadster replaces it. Conventional doors, lower drama. The Gullwing era is done in 3 years. Then a strange thing happens over the next 70 years. The car keeps appreciating. Standard steel coupes today trade for $1.5 to $2.5 million. The 29 alloy body cars trade for $5 to $9 million. In November 2024, the very last Gullwing, built in 1957, sold at RM Sotheby's for $2.4 million to a single bidder. A vulture in Mexico did not kill the car. The car killed an entire category and became its founder.